Hey, what's up guys? Today we're working on Ultra Black by Nas. And before we get into it, I just want to say I do understand the irony of the pastiest white guy I've ever seen teaching you a song called Ultra Black. But hey, it's a cool song, it's got some really cool chords in there. Now what we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to use something called upper voicings. And so that basically just uses the higher notes in the chords. It doesn't really touch the bass notes at all, so we're really going to be focusing around the top 4 strings. Now this means that some of the chords might sound a little bit strange just on their own. But if you bring in a bassist or a keyboardist playing the bass parts, it's really going to come together nicely. Even if you don't have the other instruments, once you bring in the vocals, you're not going to notice that funny sort of sound anyway. So in this song, just got an 8 chord progression that's just going to be played on repeat. And so that starts like this. So you'll see I'm playing the highest 4 strings here. Often when you're playing upper voicings, you won't even touch the 4th string. But since we're just playing this without any other instruments, I just want to add that little bit of extra depth and bass in there. So we're going to start off with an A major 7. So just your first finger on the 4th fret on the 1st string, your second finger on the 2nd string on the 5th fret, your third finger on the 3rd string in the 6th fret, and your 4th finger on the 4th string in the 7th fret. And we're just going to strum all of those strings. Or you can also just pluck them with your fingers. Either way is going to work. Then we move to a B major. So your first finger on the 1st string, the 2nd fret, your second finger up at the 4th string in the 4th fret, third finger just below that on the 3rd string in the 4th fret, and then your 4th finger just below that on the 2nd string in the 4th fret, and again strumming from the 4th string. Then we have a C sharp minor. So your first finger back to the 4th fret on the 1st string, second finger on the 2nd string in the 5th fret, your third finger on the 4th string in the 6th fret, and then your 4th finger just below that on the 3rd string in the 6th fret. So notice it's very similar to the A major 7, just that one note difference there. Then from that C minor, we move to a C minor major 7. Just a C minor chord with a major 7 in there. Basically we need to add that 3rd string on the 5th fret. So what we're going to do is move our 4th finger up to the 4th string in the 6th fret. Your second finger goes onto that 3rd string in the 5th fret. Then your third finger just below that on the 2nd string in the 5th fret. And your first finger stays where it is on that 1st string in the 4th fret. Now if you know your music theory, you'll notice that that upper voicing is actually just a G sharp augmented chord. Once we add that bass into the C sharp, we make it a C minor major 7. So all the way through they'll sound like this. So they're the first 4 chords, and the second 4 chords are going to sound like this. So we start on that A major 7 again. And then we're going to go to a B minor 7. Okay, so that's the bar chord version. Now in our upper voicings version, we're actually just going to make a D shape. So your first finger up on the 3rd string, the 2nd fret, your second finger on the 1st string in the 2nd fret, and your third finger on the 2nd string in the 3rd fret. Then add your 4th finger to the 4th string in the 4th fret. Now you often see this written as a D over F sharp or D slash F sharp. Now the reason I'm calling it a B minor 7 is because if we add in the bass note, which is going to be a B, that's when we have a B minor 7. It's actually the same chord except for that bass note there. So this and the next chord are the ones that sound a little bit funny without a bass because we're actually getting major chords rather than minor chords. If you add in a bass line, it's going to sound great. Even if you just have someone rapping over the top, it's still going to work really well. I should also say here that if you do know your bar chord shapes already and it is just you on the guitar, feel free to use those instead. What I'm trying to do here is try to replicate the keyboard movement in the actual song. Then we're going to keep the same shape, move it up 2 frets. So we've got that D shape at the 4th fret. So your first finger on the 3rd string in the 4th fret, second finger on the 1st string in the 4th fret, and then your third finger on the 2nd string in the 5th fret, then add our 4th finger to the 4th string in the 6th fret. Now it gets a little bit technical here in terms of naming the chord. If we do it the same that we did with a B minor 7, we're just moving up 2 frets, it would just be a C sharp minor 7. But our C sharp isn't the bass note here. Our bass note is actually an E. Alright, so what we've got here is an upper voicing of an E chord in the C shape if you're going by a caged system. Right, so we're just going to call that one an E. And then we go back to that C sharp minor that we talked about before. So that second half will sound like this. And all together we have this. There we go guys, that's Ultra Black by Nas. Leave any comments, questions or requests in the comment section below, and make sure to like and subscribe. I've got new lessons coming out every single week and it really helps to support the channel. Thanks for watching guys, I'm Sam, I'll see you next time.